get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Working is it's not my top priority. It's never going to be.
This has been a very dramatic week and starting off the weekend strong on the internet. Updates on the Modern Warrior and Chelsea Hart drama. Kim Kardashian just made some statements that many have deemed insensitive. Trisha Paytas has chimed in and given her 2 cents on the Modern Warrior drama. And we're just going to finish off strong with some Love is Blind Season 2 finale thoughts. So, previously I'm going to include the clip of what Kim Kardashian says, and we're just going to start there. People are throwing her a lot of backlash because she has said that people need to get up and put in the work, and they're saying that those are some bold statements for someone who is a nepotism generational wealth baby. And though I agree that nepotism and generational wealth has given her more than a leg up, it has given her several legs up in her career, that still doesn't erase the total fact that to be a successful businesswoman, I'm not sure if she counts, I know Kylie does count as a billionaire, even though a lot of those papers were forged. To get where she is, objectively, you do have to put in quite a bit of work, especially business-wise. Just because you are able to afford to outsource work, to hire specialists and people with MBAs or even PhDs in some of the business things that she needs to do, it doesn't mean that you don't need to work on your network, your specialists, branding. And she's also done a lot of modeling work before her tape went popular, and she owned Dash, so she is talented nonetheless within business. But that doesn't save the fact that nepotism and generational wealth and her momager playing a huge role. It is tone deaf given the state of the world, but the world has always been a chaotic place. Perhaps she could have worded it better and said that if you want to be successful within business, modeling, the entertainment industry, or anything at all, you have to focus on your network, your resources, branding, and you need to put in the work that way. She could have added some clarity. But then again, these days, it seems that you can't say anything without offending at least one person. But I do agree, especially with the conflicts going on in the Ukraine, it does seem a little tone deaf with people losing everything that she tells us, even though on minimum wage in our country, in the USA, you cannot afford an apartment to live on your own just based off minimum wage in general. That is where I can definitely understand the tone deafness coming in. But people are forgetting, to be that successful or on that level, especially that level of exposure, you need to put in the work. I think these insensitive statements, she knows exactly what she's saying. And she was in a Vanity Fair interview. Perhaps she's just saying something flashy for the publicity, especially with MGK and Megan Fox being popular. Her own sister Courtney is in a flashy couple with Travis Barker, and I believe that they are set to get married. So regardless, perhaps she wants an extra 2 minutes in the sun that don't involve Kanye. Maybe she just wants something for her own attention. That's hearsay. Moving on to the Love is Blind. What a mess. There could be several videos made about that, and I already have been binge watching several videos. But I'm surprised that there weren't more couples who tried to press on, especially with the Natalie and Shane situation. Perhaps it's best that they broke up for good. But it was very interesting to see that one fight could change absolutely everything for one couple. And I think that's pretty symptomatic of the underlying issues that weren't addressed. My favorite this whole season was Deeps, was DT. She was amazing. And I'm so happy that she did not end up with Shake. And I'm curious to see what kind of PR tours that Shake goes on trying to patch up his image or how it'll affect his veterinarian business. Final thoughts on the Modern Warrior situation. Trisha Paytas this last week definitely gave in her 2 cents. Again, probably just another PR stunt to get her name out there. Things are kind of dying down, and I do think that she will end up milking her pregnancy for views, as would I. That does also call attention to problems with family channels because there aren't really child labor laws when it comes to the online influencer entertainment industry versus the traditional film industry. Nevertheless, one of the funniest things she said was she thought that Lance, who is Modern Warfare on Modern Warrior, not Warfare. I just keep thinking of video games. Nevertheless, she started off one of her TikToks saying that she thought that he was of a different sexual orientation, which I don't know why that was her hot take. I thought that that was so funny, especially her chiming in on a situation as if people haven't called attention to her past relationships and how she's treated partners or allowed partners to treat her. And the main drama coming out is the texts between Lance and Chelsea Hart, Modern Warrior and Chelsea Hart, after she created public videos of matters that could have truly, I believe, been handled off camera. It's giving very divorced parent arguing on Facebook energy, quite frankly. And apparently they weren't in a dedicated situation or relationship. They were more of a situationship. And apparently Lance, the major problem was he was talking to multiple women online, sleeping with multiple women. And she thought it was more than what it was. And a lot of people have called her out for love bombing. I think what we can learn from all these situations, of all these internet dramas throughout the last week or two, is communication is key. You have to have clarity in what you're saying and who you're saying it to, and especially you should handle matters in private. You would not see me catching relationship and posting relationship drama online. That's ridiculous, unless it was giving clarity to a situation, even though, married. But you would not catch me doing what some of these people do online unless what they're doing is strictly for a PR stunt and to draw attention to their handles. It's all ridiculous. It's messy, and I'm interested to see how it's going to get even more messy, especially since Grimes announced that her and Elon Musk had a second baby, a girl who I believe goes by the name of Y. This is a situation that I want to look into more, as well as the drama from Love is Blind, and I also want to be posting a separate video on the Anna Delvey situation. So if you have any thoughts about these bursting relationships and comments about the working class, let me know, because I have a lot of thoughts on these as well. Like, comment, subscribe.